President Biden announced today a $225 million assistance package for Ukraine. He sat down with Ukrainian President Zelensky for a meeting at the summit earlier, where he pledged the U.S. and NATO partners will stand by their ally.
And we're working with our NATO allies to ensure Ukraine is flying F-16s this summer. And we show the world that we stand with Ukraine now and in the future. So, Mr. President, thank you again for being here. We got a lot of work to do together.
You heard the president mention F-16s there. Those didn't make it into this iteration of the deal, but they are considered a longer-term goal for Ukraine. This package does include a Patriot missile battery and surface-to-air missile systems. Ukraine deems both of those critical to their efforts on the battlefield. Here's how one expert explained the importance of this aid to both of you here on Balance of Power earlier this week.
This is a very significant investment. What we don't know exactly is what version of the Patriot system these are, where they're coming from, so how long it will take. And in terms of impact, it really depends on how they're going to use them. And I have some questions about that, particularly given F-16s might be arriving in the country.
This marks the 8th security assistance package to Ukraine under the Biden administration. The State Department says the U.S. has sent nearly $51 billion in military assistance since Russia invaded the country in 2022. When it comes to getting these supplies out, I sat down with the Army's chief weapons buyer last month, Doug Bush. He told me the war in Ukraine has spurred a push by the Pentagon to revitalize the defense industrial base here at home.
We need it for ourselves, too. So we want to increase our ability, both right now to replenish quickly, but also to support allies, Ukraine, but also other allies who might be wanting to use our production capacity to build their own stocks.
He went on to tell me recent investment in factory capacity is part of a generational change to modernize defense manufacturing as demand grows to send weapons abroad to allies like Ukraine. Sales of U.S. military equipment are hitting record highs. Last year saw $238 billion in sales. Joe and Kaylee, State Department data shows that's a 16% increase from the year prior.
So, Tyler, what about the big question hanging over this NATO summit, and that's membership for Ukraine? What did we learn?
Right. Well, NATO allies said that Ukraine is on a, quote, irreversible path to membership once the war with Russia ends. They then also went on to commit to a broader, longer-term security assistance for the country. Now, as you know, Bloomberg Television's Amory Herdern traveled to Kyiv and sat down with Ukrainian President Zelensky earlier this month, and he told her that he wasn't expecting a formal invitation into the alliance, but that he wanted to see some more concrete steps on how the country could get there. This seems to be a more firmer commitment than we've seen before.